Konnichiwa, every swordling, and welcome to 2022. If you're worried about where I've been this year so far, you don't need to worry anymore. I decided to take the month of January off. It is something that YouTubers do at the beginning of the year because views and interactions are at their lowest in January. First off, I would like to announce that tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be doing the first stream of 2022. It will be on my Twitch account, which you can find a link in down there. Anyway, for this video, I will be answering some swordling questions that you guys left in the last video. So this is officially the 5th Q&A video from me. Make sure to like the video and leave a comment in the comment section. And without further ado, let's get started. Seph-sama, when will you visit Japan? Anytime soon? Like this decade? But of course, Japan is the country where I feel like I can truly be myself without having a bunch of Westerners criticize and judge me for my opinions. Even though I know that they are 100% wrong on anything and that it's easy to correct them, it's still a great annoyance that I wish I wouldn't have to deal with. The West is a strange place. But in Japan, I don't have to worry about any of it. I can just be myself and no one would judge me because Japanese people are smarter than Westerners and have a better culture. So yes, I will be returning to Japan as soon as it's open and I have the budget for it. Return to the Forehead Fables podcast with General Sam. I love that episode and it's how I discovered you. Yes, I quite enjoyed my time on there, so I wouldn't mind it at all. I'm very open to appearing on anything, be it a podcast, YouTube video, news article, or TV. So if any one of you is interested in having me on, you can contact me on my Twitter, which is SephirothSword57_. Or you can send me a message on my email, which is seph-sama57@gmail.com. What's your favorite flavor of ramen? Well, that would be sesame or pork flavor for me personally. But I like pretty much any Japanese ramen, and sometimes I'm in the mood for a different flavor. But that is my current answer. Congratulations, Seph-sama. My question is, what is your favorite Japanese folk legend? I like the one about carps swimming upstream and becoming dragons. It's very motivating and inspiring. Here's to hoping your next milestone video will be for 10k subs. You'll become a dragon too someday, I just know it. As you can already tell, I'm already on my way there. Oh, and I will definitely hit 10,000 subscribers soon. As for Japanese legends and folk tales, that is one of my personal favorites as well. Of course, we also have other tales like Momotaro and Tsurunyobo as well. Japan has a lot of good folklore, mythology and history, so there is a lot to choose from. And if you don't know more about this stuff, you really should go and study more. This is something that every Japanese person should know about. Any big plans for 2022? Yes, I have a lot of videos planned for this year. Over 20 of them in fact. And that is not counting all the other videos that I will make during the year. Like vlog videos or such. This will be the year of SephirothSword57. I can just feel it. This is a question for Cloud. What is the most rewarding part of helping out Seph-sama with his videos. Oh, okay. Cloud, come over here.
Oh, well, it's of course how I'm able to learn more about great Japanese video game design and Japanese culture. SephirothSword57 is very talented and knowledgeable, and I'm grateful to be able to call him my friend and master. I would give my life for SephirothSword57.
Very good answer to the question, Cloud. Have you taken the Japanese proficiency test, Nihongo no Ryoku Shiken? If so, then on what level are you on, Seph-sama? Good question. For those of you who don't know, the Japanese proficiency test is a test that tests your linguistic skills in Japanese. It has 5 different ranks or levels, which goes from N5 to N1. N5 being very basic Japanese and N1 being more advanced. I myself did my final Japanese proficiency test in Stockholm in 2019. That means, of course, that I am an N1 level. I did my first test back in 2007 when the test only had 4 ranks. So I have been working on my Japanese for a very long time. I hadn't done a test in a long time, so in 2019 I decided it was time to reach my max level. Omedetou, Seph-sama. I've been watching your channel for years, but don't recall ever hearing your opinion on the Berserk manga. It is my favorite manga of all time, and with the unfortunate passing of its creator, it has been on my mind recently. Have you read Berserk? And if so, what are your thoughts on it? Arigatou gozaimashita. I'm not gonna be talking too much about this topic right now, but I have read some parts of the Berserk manga, and it truly is a shame that we lost Miura Kentaro. This great artist is no longer with us, and the Berserk manga has been put on hold, but the Berserk manga will definitely continue. You fans don't need to worry. There are plenty of incredible mangakas out there that can continue where Miura left off. It will most likely either be Kubo Tite, the creator of Bleach, or Kishimoto Masashi, the creator of Naruto. So don't worry, Berserk will be saved. Congratulations, Seph-sama. I've always liked the way you look. Can you give us a show of your daily outfits? Oh, I actually have a video I want to do on this, so just be patient and wait a little bit longer. Konnichiwa, Seph-sama. We all know how much you love Japan and Japanese culture, but are there any other countries / cultures that you admire? It doesn't have to be on the same level as Japan, but even a small bit. Arigatou gozaimasu. In the current day? No. Of course, I am quite comfortable with where I live right now, but I wouldn't say I care much for Sweden or its culture. Japan is the country where I belong. Hey Seph-sama, well done. A question I hope to get around to is what color of katana handle you would have on your dream katana. Oh, this is a fun question. Of course, this is something that I've thought about already. And the colors I would want on the tsuka of my ideal katana would be purple and gold. And the kashiragane would also be gold to match the color of the bindings. The fushi would also be gold and in the same material as the kashiragane. And last but not least, I will also have the Konoha symbol from Naruto on the hirachi, so the last thing my enemies will see in their life is what my favorite manga and anime is. Once I've moved to Japan, I will find a local katana kaji who will make my ideal katana for me. Seph-sama, when will you go and visit Japan? And can you do a vlog inside the restaurants? Like I said in the previous question about Japan, I will be going there as soon as I can. And when I do, I will make a traveling vlog for you swordlings. It will be great. Seph-sama, what are your thoughts on Digimon? I like it. It's good. Konnichiwa Seph-sama, have you seen the new trailer announcement for the new Sonic game, Sonic Frontiers? If so, what are your thoughts about it? I did, and it looks really sugoi. An open world Sonic game? Count me in. I can't wait for it to get released. What is the creative process behind your Subarashi videos like? How do you write the cutting remarks and accurate analyses? Now this is something that would be perfect for a video, so I won't answer this question. Seph-sama, will we be getting more merch? And if so, when? A very good question. And to answer your question, yes. I have plans to release at least 2 new designs this year. I'm still working on it though. Since Dave isn't working for the channel anymore, he won't be helping me design the new ones. So I have to find one who does first. But I'm planning to get them done soon. Seph-sama, why is it so hard to get an affordable PlayStation 5 right now? I suspect Nintendo might have something to do with it. But what do you think? That is a good mentality to have. But no, Nintendo is not behind this one. It's just that the PlayStation 5 is so popular right now that you can't get a hold of it. It will be the best-selling console of all time. You will see. Seph-sama, what is the most expensive piece of anime merchandise you own? It would have to be this one. This is the collector's edition for the Little Witch Academia OVA that was released back in 2013. I don't know how much this one is worth, but I know for sure it is the most expensive one I have. What is the message that stuck with you the most from the Naruto series? If you want to know who you are, you have to look at your right self and acknowledge what you see. This is a quote from Itachi, who tragically died. It is a message that has stayed with me ever since I first read it, and it was one of the reasons why I stopped pretending to be someone else and embraced my true self. The Seph-sama you see in front of you right now is the end product of that journey of self-discovery I did in my early days. Ohayo Seph-sama, who are you currently dating? I'm not dating anyone right now. I've said this before, but I'm not interested in dating anyone who isn't Japanese. Once I've properly moved to Japan, I will take time to find a suitable female partner. So you swordlings can look forward to when I move to Japan and find one. You will then be able to see how our relationship grows over time until we eventually get married. But for now, I'm going to keep making videos, like always. What do you think about Japanese video game companies pandering to Western audiences? Should they stay to their true roots? Oh, you mean From Software? I've already made plenty of videos on their trash games, so you swordlings should know my opinion on them. Unfortunately, there are some Japanese developers who forgot who they are and try to act and appeal to Westerners. The end product is obvious: bad gameplay and bad game design. If you are Japanese, I have no idea why you would do this and betray your own country. Now luckily there aren't a lot of Japanese developers who do this. Developers like Square Enix, Capcom, Konami, and Namco are still making Japanese games for Japanese people. So if your swordlings are worried about that, don't be. Japan will still stay the same. Sumimasen, Seph-sama. I hope it's okay that I have two questions. The first one is just for fun, and the second one I feel, with your expertise, would be very helpful for all the swordlings that would love to visit Japan in the future. In the previous video, it was clearly stated that I will only answer one question per swordling. You should pay attention and listen to the rules next time. Anyways, I will be answering your second question because it is the most important one. You only have 1 week to visit Japan. What are your must-see places to visit while you're there? Stores, sites, entertainment, restaurants, shrines, etc. First of all, if you're only staying there for 1 week, you will not be leaving Tokyo to explore other parts of Japan. There's just so much to see and do in Tokyo that you won't have enough time to go anywhere else. Even if you stayed 2 weeks, it wouldn't be enough for Tokyo alone. And don't think about specific stores and restaurants to visit. The best way to experience Tokyo is to explore it on your own. Here are 3 districts that you should go to and explore when you go there. First off, Akihabara. This is every otaku's dream. It's the anime JRPG electronics district, and I spent days exploring that alone. Ikebukuro, the entertainment and shopping district. You will also find anime stuff here as well, but there are also some other unique things about it. Kabukicho, the famous red light district in Tokyo. And if you play the Yakuza games, you will have no problem navigating this area, as Kabukicho was the inspiration for Kamurocho. Restaurants, pubs, small bars, and you can even pay a visit to one of the hostess clubs if you want to spend some time with a Japanese female, if you know what I mean. Is this satire? I needed to leave for a minute there. The amount of times that I've had these questions asked is probably in its hundreds by now. I've already said that I'm not gonna be answering this foolish question, so I'm not going to. Next! Konnichiwa, Seph. I was hoping you would tell us swordlings about your thoughts on this baka video. I think you meant to say baka. That is not how baka is spelled. Congrats on the milestone, Sword Saint. Okay, well let's see what this video is about. That was terrible. Not only is this filthy Frank guy using the W slur constantly, but he's also being really disgusting and weird throughout the video. And he's also spreading misinformation about anime. And nobody is correcting him in the comments or anything. What an absolutely terrible video. Next question. Hey Seph-sama, is SephirothSword57 Gaiden episode 2 still being worked on? I've previously answered these questions many times in the past, and I've said that the SephirothSword57 Gaiden show is put on hold for now. I properly want to be able to produce this in a way that is satisfying to me. It's my magnum opus, so I want it to be something very special. So to sum it all up, it's coming out when it's coming out. Konnichiwa, Seph-sama. I was wondering what your opinion on the Dragon Quest games is. From what I've heard, it's even more popular in Japan than Final Fantasy is. But that could also be baka Western propaganda. Arigato for the great videos over the years. I have no doubt that you will make it to 1 million subscribers in no time. No, of course it's not Western propaganda. Dragon Quest is the grandfather of JRPGs and predates Final Fantasy, which you probably already know. If not, you should do more research. Everyone knows that Dragon Quest is the first JRPG. Dearest Seph-sama, I have a question. I'm really curious on your opinion of Chris-chan. I've been asked this many times before, and I don't know anything about this person other than searching Chris-chan on Google Images, only to find pictures of some kind of weirdo. So I have no opinion on it and I don't care. Nice job, Seph-sama. What is your go-to names for your characters in JRPGs? I need to freshen up my party names. At the moment, I've been using names of animals and I need something sugoi. Name your JRPG characters? No, thank you. The idea of renaming characters in a Japanese game and disrespecting the story designers who put hours and hours into making those names is not very sugoi. Imagine if you're writing a light novel, manga, or anime and some random dork just walks up to you while you're working and changes the cool names of your characters to something entirely different. You wouldn't like that very much, would you? So you should stop doing that. Have you been to Japan or about to travel there? I've already answered this question earlier in the video. Next time, make sure to read through all the comments to see if your questions have already been asked by someone else before you comment. Your hat is so cool. How does it stay on your head and not fly away in the wind? Why would it? Of course it won't. It sits firmly atop my head. Couldn't you have come up with a better question? Dear Seph Daddy, I'm not called Seph Daddy. This is used for SephirothSword57, the character from the SephirothSword57 show. I don't look or act like him at all, so stop calling me that. Call me Seph-sama, Seph-sensei, or SephirothSword57. I think I'm done here. These are enough questions for this video. Well, with that I'm done with this video. I will see your swordlings on the stream tomorrow. Remember, it will be at 3 PM Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you check out my Twitch, which is a link in the description, and go there. Have a good night, evening, morning, or day, and I will see your swordlings later.